You're listening to Inside Lebo, a podcast giving you an inside look at Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania, produced by Mount Lebanon's Public Information Office.
Hello and welcome to Inside Lebo. I'm your host, Assistant Municipal Manager and Municipal Planner, Ian McMeans.
And I'm Assistant Public Information Officer and Senior and Online Editor, Rachel Windsor.
In today's episode, we're diving into the wide variety of job opportunities available here in Mount Lebanon. Whether you're looking for part-time, full-time, seasonal, or career positions, we do have something for everyone here at the municipality.
So today we're talking with Julie Aquino, Human Resources Manager, about how to apply for these roles and what makes working here so rewarding. So welcome, Julie. And let's get started with one of the most important roles in our community, the school crossing guards. Can you tell us about the crossing guard position?
Sure. Thank you, Rachel. The school crossing guards generally work a morning and afternoon shift when school is in session. The exact hours depend on the specific location that the guard is posted at, but the range of hours for the morning is 7 a.m. to 8:45 a.m., and for the afternoon, the range is 2:45 p.m. to 4 p.m. And training, of course, is provided, and that's provided through a substitute pool of guards that all crossing guards start their work in order to receive training. And so for anybody interested in applying for that position, they can just go to mountlebanon.org/employment or go to the Mount Lebanon main page, mountlebanon.org, and scroll down to the bottom of the page to the Human Resources tab, and you'll see the posting for the school crossing guard position.
Great. So in addition to crossing guards, and there's a number of them, we have like 45 posts or something like that around the community, I believe, and we're always looking for more substitute guards as well. So that's kind of one that's always open, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay, cool. So in addition to crossing guards, can you tell us a bit about the recreation department? Because in recreation, we've got the ice center, the tennis and racket center, the golf course, the swimming pool, and a variety of summer programs. So what all is available there?
Sure. I'll start with year-round positions at the ice rink. At the ice rink, we hire year-round for part-time skate guards, learn-to-skate helpers, part-time cashiers, and part-time maintenance employees. The skate guards enforce rules during skate sessions, and the learn-to-skate helpers assist skate instructors with skate lessons. The part-time cashiers help manage admissions to the ice rink and handle registration and other miscellaneous matters at the ice rink. And the part-time maintenance employees perform a variety of maintenance work within the building. There are evening and weekend hours available for those positions, so high school students are certainly welcome to apply. There is currently one opening at the rec center for a cashier position where we are looking for somebody to work daytime hours during weekdays, so that wouldn't be for a high school student, but otherwise we have plenty of high school students working at the rec center. And the process to apply is the same as I mentioned for school crossing guards. Just go to our website. We have a very simple application process where you can upload either a fillable PDF application or your resume and just answer a few questions regarding minimum qualifications for the position. And then if you're selected for an interview, somebody will contact you by email or telephone.
Great. And with those sorts of positions at the Recreation Department, are those both year-round and seasonal positions?
Yes. So let me next talk about some year-round positions at the tennis center, and then I'll also talk about some seasonal positions.
Great.
So at the tennis and racket center, we also hire part-time maintenance employees. Our tennis courts, the surface is called hard-true, which is also referred to as a green clay, so that requires some maintenance. So those employees maintain the courts and other, general maintenance work at the tennis center. We also hire for part-time cashiers at the tennis center. These are also positions that include evening and weekend hours, and we employ plenty of high school students in those positions. We also are always hiring for part-time tennis instructors. Those are instructors that teach both adult and juniors clinics at our tennis center, which also enables those instructors to teach private lessons at our tennis center. And then in 2025, we plan on hiring a full-time head tennis professional at the tennis center that would be responsible year-round for developing and leading our tennis clinics and coordination of private lessons, and all of the responsibilities that would go with being a full-time head tennis professional. And then I haven't yet mentioned our golf course, but we also plan to hire a full-time assistant maintenance superintendent at the golf course next year, that person would be responsible for working with the golf course manager and the maintenance superintendent to maintain the tees, putting greens, fairway, and general terrain at the golf course. Then lastly, we do also hire some part-time seasonal employees at the golf course. Those are maintenance employees, equipment operators, and cashiers. And then lastly, you asked about seasonal employees also. We hire many lifeguards at the pool for the summer, which runs from May to Labor Day. And that does require a Red Cross lifeguard training certification. There's information on the Red Cross's website about locations to obtain that certification. We also hire pool supervisors and pool managers. Those postings will be up on our website as early as January. And then lastly, for seasonal positions, we hire camp counselors and camp supervisors. We have a few different summer camp programs at the municipality. They run from June 16th to July 25th, so that's 6 weeks in the summer. Those are great positions for college students or high school students looking for a summer work that involves recreation and working with children. The camps are morning hours, so it's 9 a.m. to noon. And there are 2 different camps. There's a playground camp that involves working with younger children, children that have finished kindergarten through 3rd grade. Those camps are located at Foster, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Markham elementary schools. And that camp involves arts and crafts, playground games, field trips. The fire and police department come to those camps. And then we also have a separate sports camp, and I think that might actually be divided into 2 different sports camps, but that's located at the basketball courts and the Middle and Clint Seymour fields at Main Park. And those are for older students. As far as the children who are enrolled, those are 4th to 8th graders. So again, great camp positions for college or high school students interested in working with children.
Great. So 2 quick follow-up questions. You mentioned a lot of positions potentially for high school students. Is there a minimum age that people need to be to work for the municipality?
Well, by state law, we wouldn't be able to hire anybody under age 14. There are, of course, restrictions on the hours that minors can work, and it depends on their exact age, but in no event would they be under 14. For the camp positions, we do prefer there to be a larger age gap between the campers and the counselors and supervisors. So I will say there's a preference for college students, but that doesn't mean that we don't hire high school students. And we often have students return summer after summer to be counselors, and I think sometimes move up to supervisors as their summers go on.
Great. And then for those positions where people are working with other children, are there additional certifications and background checks that are needed in order to apply?
There are. So there are clearances required under the Child Protective Services law for any position with the municipality that involves direct contact with minors. So that would include any position in recreation, school crossing guards, and any position at the library. There's information on our website about those clearances. But basically, there are 3 separate clearances that are required under that state law.
Great. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more from Human Resources Manager Julie Aquino on how to work for Mount Lebanon. Welcome back to Inside Lebo. We're here today with Julie Aquino, our Human Resources Manager, talking about how to work for Mount Lebanon. In the first half of the show, we discussed the roles of school crossing guards and different positions within the recreation department, both year-round and seasonal positions. So now, switching gears a little bit, let's talk about some of our public safety agencies, so police and firefighters. How can someone get started in those careers in Mount Lebanon?
So hiring for entry-level police officer or career firefighter, which for Mount Lebanon, we refer to that position as fire lieutenant. That's all done through a civil service hiring process. And so that process begins with a submission of an application, followed by a physical fitness test. If a candidate passes the physical fitness test, they move on to a written exam. If they have a passing score on the written exam, they proceed to an oral exam if their written score was in the top 25. And then veterans preference is applied per state law, and then candidates are made offers in accordance with the application of veterans preference. We conducted testing for police for the position of police officer last spring. We hired 3 new officers from that civil service list. And so I can't quite say when we'll next conduct testing for police officer, for the police officer position. We may do that next year, but it's based on need. The process is the same or very similar for career firefighter, and we do plan on holding testing for the firefighter position in early 2025. So if you're interested in either of those positions, definitely look at our website for that to be posted. Those positions will also be posted on the municipality's Facebook page and on the web page and the Facebook page for the police department and fire department.
Great. And for someone interested in becoming a police officer, can they apply without already having completed the police academy training?
Yes, that is something very important to note. For somebody that hasn't yet enrolled in a police academy or completed a police academy, we do hire people that are either currently cadets in a police academy or who plan to enroll. If the person plans to enroll, we do require that it be the Allegheny County Police Academy, but we pay a salary to that cadet while they're in the 6 months of training in the Allegheny County Police Academy.
And that's kind of unique between Mount Lebanon and other communities around here. Some of them require that you have completed the police academy training, I believe.
Yes, some do. I think that there has been a trend recently. We're not the only municipality now that does pay a salary to cadets in the police academy, but certainly not all municipalities do that.
And earlier in the first half of the show, we were talking through some recreation stuff. You also mentioned the Mount Lebanon Library. So Mount Lebanon, unlike some of our neighboring communities, actually operates and owns the public library here too. It's not its own nonprofit group. So the positions at the library are hired through the municipality. So can you tell us about some of the positions at the library and where people can find information about that?
Sure. For any high school student who is interested in being a page, which is an employee who sorts and shelves books, they can go directly to the library's website, which is mountlebanonlibrary.org. And if you scroll down to the bottom to employment opportunities, they have a continuously running ad for what they refer to as teen page positions. Applicants interested in that position could submit directly to the library. For other positions at the library, those are posted through the municipality's main page where all of our other positions are posted. And we do plan to post a part-time clerk position in the foreseeable future on our main page. That's a part-time position with the minimum hours are expected to be approximately 20 per week. And that part-time clerk is responsible for providing customer service at the circulation desk and some other general support functions at the library.
And are there any other positions that become available from time to time that we haven't covered already?
Sure. From time to time, we do post openings for cashiers at our 2 parking garages, the north garage and the south garage. We just filled 2 vacancies there, so there's not an ad currently running for that. But yes, from time to time, we do have those openings. And then from time to time, we have different administrative roles open, mostly in our administration building. There aren't any posted right now, but if that's something you're interested in, definitely check our website.
And then public works laborers, I think we've just hired a few of those as well recently.
Correct. There currently aren't any vacancies in Public Works, but from time to time we do hire laborers and foresters who perform tree work within the municipality.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Julie, for sharing with us today the opportunities to work for Mount Lebanon. And that's going to be it for this edition of Inside Lebo, produced by Marcia Morgenstern and Carrie Munoz, with music by Drew Munoz and graphics by Chris Leeper.
Thanks everyone for tuning in to Inside Lebo. As Julie mentioned, you can check out mountlebanon.org/employment for a listing of current job openings within the municipality. Also follow our municipal Facebook page where job postings will pop up as well. And for anyone out there interested in those high school teen page positions at the library, you can look at the library's website, mountlebanonlibrary.org. So thanks for tuning in, and check back soon for another episode of Inside Lebo.
Thanks for listening to Inside Lebo, produced by Mount Lebanon's Public Information Office. Learn more about all things Lebo at mountlebanon.org or by following our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages.